Live and direct right now. Get these levels right. That was only right to play this.
Hey, did your research? I see.
I did. Shout out Childish Major.
Yeah.
That's my homie right there.
That's the bro.
Yeah. I didn't realize he produced this until like after the track came out. And I'm like, why is it? I thought Cole produced it.
He co-produced.
He co-produced it. Both of them did.
Yep.
Were they actually in the studio together?
Nah, I had the song for a minute. I did it with Childish. I had it for like a year, and then I went down to Carolina to rock with Cole, and I just had this idea where I was like, man, I had like 6-7 records, just like the body of the album that I wanted to just like beef up the drums, like take them somewhere else, and that was one of the records I had honestly even forgotten kind of about it, and Cole was like, yo, what happened to that joint you did with Childish? So I still got it.
How old was that beat? Like the original that Childish had flipped from the sample. Were the drums totally different and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I would love to hear that.
Yeah.
I
gotta send that or play. You got it? Yeah. Nah, right. I probably got it in my email or something, but I'll send it to you just for reference.
Yeah, it's good because we always like going back to the sample. And what's the sample right here?
It's like
Edu Lobo.
Yeah.
It's that Brazilian sound.
Right.
So Tribe and Milky Way out right now. Congrats as well. You just announced a tour. It's about 43 cities?
Yeah, 43 cities.
That's crazy. 43.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. We're working on obviously like the Europe announcement is coming soon, but like really like probably my proudest part of it is like I've booked a few Africa shows, and I'm like working on a few more. I really want to get out to the continent.
What parts of Africa?
I'm from Sudan.
Yep.
So I'm definitely doing Sudan. We got Nairobi, working on Lagos, then obviously Joburg and Cape Town.
Cape Town.
Yeah.
It shows so much love, huh?
So much love. So you know.
You've been there before in South Africa?
Nah, I never been to South Africa. I've been to East Africa. I've been to West Africa.
Gotcha.
I've been in the Middle East. I've never been to South Africa.
We're actually going there next week, and it's gonna be my third time there, Cape Town, Joburg, and I'll just tell you this, they go hard.
For real?
Yeah, it's just like anything. It's just like if you go to a region where they don't hear you, they don't see you as much. Yeah. I just feel they just go harder because they don't know the next time they're going to see you.
Yeah, man.
You know
I feel that. And it's like when I be looking at like my metrics, you know, IG will tell you like where people are following you from. And Joburg is like the 3rd city on there, like before like London. And I've done like sold out dates in London. So I'm like, man, something's brewing over there. Bro, you got to put me on to whatever promoters I got out there. I'm telling them, come bring me out.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna be out. I'm about to be out there, so I'll let them know what's good.
So
you were born in Paris, right?
Yep,
and then you moved to Jamaica, Queens.
Yep.
Right, when you're young, do you speak French?
When I'm drunk, my French is nasty. I think when I'm sober, it's more like a self-conscious inhibition.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like my pops be watching French TV, and I'll walk in the crib and I'll sit there and I'm like, yo, I understand this. You know what I mean? But then I'll be like hesitant to speak. But let me be drunk and like run into some French folk, and I just be going off. Like
go off.
Wake up the next day, like I still got it. Yeah. I need to spend maybe like 3 months in Paris.
You get it back.
Just to get my confidence right.
Nah, I feel it. So a couple of months ago, the project's been out how long now? Over a month now.
A month, yeah.
I was in Austin, Texas with my daughter, and we were just vibing, just driving the city. I rented a car, and one thing that stood out to me from Milky Way is your beat selection, man. It's so superb. Like obviously you have a flow, you have a lot to say, you have like a deep story, but your beat selection, because I hear things through beats first.
Right.
So the production is what really stood out to me, and I was really happy to hear, Sango, who's one of our brothers and
that's
homies.
your guy. Yeah,
just to hear that and to hear you. Kind of bring that ballet funk sound to your audience, to the Dreamville audience.
Right.
I thought that was really dope. And of course, like I know, like we talked about Childish, he's family, and then I know Cole also produced, a good amount of the records as well.
Right.
So I mean, just to hear like where the sound is going, and I heard the South African record and like just the influence behind that, because I know Cole was listening to Black Coffee.
Right.
And I think it's cool that you're like experimenting with some house records and just kind of hitting people all over the map. So.
Man, I'll be honest, I'm happy you said that, because that's probably my proudest achievement with this album. Is I feel like, like we covered, like I was born in Paris, I'm from Africa, I grew up in New York. New York made me, but I think up until this point I kind of struggled how to like sonically deliver all of it. You know what I mean? Without maybe worrying about losing some people. I think on this album I just hit like a fully really came into my own sound where I could take like elements of everything that inspires me.
Yeah. Behind us right now, for those listening, Boca Raton. Right here we got Boz. All right. Milky Way out right now. Worldwide. Beats One Soulection. Once again, Boca Raton. We got Boz in the building. And Sango produced that record.
Yes, sir.
When's the first time you heard that beat? How'd that come
actually,
about?
my manager Derek sent me that. He found it online and was like, "Yo, I think you would rock with this." And I was getting ready to go to Colombia for my brother's bachelor party. We're going to Cartagena.
I haven't even been out there. How is
wild.
it? It's wild.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's a really good time. But so
Say no more.
Yeah. All them vibes was just inspired off that, like taking that trip. I remember being there. I did it literally like the night before I left, and I was out there playing it the whole time, and I was like, I gotta get Ferg on this. I just felt like his energy was gonna be crazy. So shout out to ASAP Ferg too. That's a bro.
Have you been to Brazil?
Nah, I'm trying to go.
Okay.
So my brother DJ Moma go out there all the time.
Yeah, shout out Moma.
Yeah. He produced on the Spaceships and Rockets, the Lion Babe joint. So you know that's blood. So he been trying to get me to come out there with him.
Yeah.
So I'm making that trip the next time for sure.
So going back to singing, so y'all have y'all met yet in person?
Nah, not in person.
Dang.
We talk a lot like
online,
you know,
like
online.
as if you know each other.
Yeah.
It's crazy how music connects people.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
man. He's so dope, man.
Yeah, I was just talking to him like that's my guy. Like I don't know if you know, but he came up with like the template of the Soulection Radio artwork. So like so this is show 378. He created the whole template. So every week we're communicating. Like I had to send him the art, like the photo and stuff like that. So that's why there's like a really cool connection between.
It's fire.
Yeah, that's why I think it's cool.
Yeah, man, I just missed him. I went and played Bumbershoot in Seattle. But I had like a show the next day in Dominican Republic, so I had to leave like right after my set. And we was like, damn, I just missed, bro. But we gonna link.
Yeah,
we gotta get in the studio and get on some organic.
Yeah.
For sure, after that vibe.
That guy has like so many beats, and I think out of all the producers that I've seen like come up and not even a bias, but I think he really deserves. He's just a good person, and he's so musically inclined. So that's why I think you guys, and I could tell you are. So I think you guys just need to really
lock in.
Yeah,
that was almost like a beautiful accident that just happened. Like we need more of those for sure.
When you hear music, like when you hear beats, like what do you look for in a beat? Like what do you gravitate towards?
I think usually an emotion that draws me in in one way or another, like, and then I can try to convey, how that emotion makes me feel. Like it helps me come up with the concept, you know what I mean, or come up with the energy of the track.
Do you produce as well or no?
I feel
no,
like I just
almost feel like you do because you know so much.
You know, I'll say this: like every album of mine, there's been at least like 3 or 4 records that have been like my samples. Like I'll find a sample and I'll go to the homies and I'll be like, yo, I really like this part. Even like Purge and Designer, actually, both of those were samples I found. Shout out to Tom Mish and this dude Mike Noyce. Yeah.
Wow, Tom Mish.
Yeah, okay. We sampled Tom Mish on that.
Crazy. On which track?
On Designer.
On Designer.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
It's crazy. We put out Tom Mish's first like white label, this track called The Journey, and it's crazy that now he's selling out shows and he's
out of here.
He's out of here, and that's so tight to see.
He's fire, man.
Yeah.
I actually have like a dream project where I want to like find everybody I've sampled and just do something original.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna take a little time to schedule all that, but he's definitely one of the dudes like I'd love to get in with.
That's fire. What from Milky Way? What is your favorite song? Like what hits you, and like what do you think really represents you out of the whole album?
Man, that's tough because it's like I've gone through that with like each record. I would say if we're talking about just concept wise or like thematically what I'm saying, probably Designer in some ways and Purge, which is why I wanted to perform them because of the things I'm saying. But if we're just talking about the energy of it, the song Fragrance, just kind of ratchet. It's like fun, it's bright, that's a lot of what I wanted to do with this album. Make people bounce, you know what I mean? Make people happy. It's just got like a joyful feel, so that song always been special to me.
Okay. Well, let's get into those. Let's first get into a Barack Obama special. That joint is ill too.
Yeah, appreciate that.
So once again, show 378 here on Beast One Worldwide. Keep it locked. Behind us right now, Fragrance featuring Corey C.
Yeah, shout my dog Corey C, man.
Yeah, he's one of the few features on here.
Yep.
So who's Corey?
He's a homie from South Central LA. He run with Kaz, who's another artist on our label. So I met him through Kaz, and we just caught a vibe. Yeah, I really rock with just his singing, his energy. I'm trying to take him on tour with me so we can do them 2 records.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that. And part of it is he gonna be the only one on tour? You have a few other people.
I have like a few options. I'm trying to like kind of lock it in. You know, trying to put together a good runner show, like top to bottom.
Yeah.
Looking for different energies. You know what I mean? People that's doing, maybe a little ratchet, something to make people dance, somebody to come on and sing. Just trying to get all the elements.
So from last winter and Too High to Riot, what would you say is your biggest progression from those projects, you know, from 2014 all the way to the present? Like, where do you think you're at, like, mentally, from those projects?
Yeah, I think, just my understanding of how to create music, has grown so much. I know how to just kind of manipulate it all a little more, whether it's in my beat selection or finding ways to create the beats that I want. Using the people around me, whether it's in my songwriting, my singing, learning to use my voice, learning to improve my cadence or switch my flows. I feel like every song I do, I'm still learning something. So this album is kind of just like a culmination of a lot of things I learned making a Mother too. That's
what I like about you, is that you're humble despite your surroundings. Obviously being part of Dreamville and Interscope, an artist can get kind of caught up in. It's a lot of pressure because you have so many talented artists. I mean, you guys have Ari, you have Outside of Cold, right. You have Earth Gang, you have Jid,
and
Kaz,
you have yourself. It's a lot.
There's so much heat.
Yeah.
So like, how do you stay grounded? Knowing that like there's just so much. I would say Dreamville is, one of my top 2 labels. It's TDE and Dreamville. That's the only 2 labels I look to right now when I think of like setting the template, and that has like a true community, a true like roster of artists that all like fuck with each other. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, you're on this. It's like everyone is in unison.
Yeah, it's family.
I can see that. You know what I mean? You guys move as one unit. You guys support each other. So how is that?
It's fun, man. It's freeing. If there's one thing I learned, like, the more I've been in this industry, it's just a lot of people are in like really foul situations or like unhappy. You know what I mean? I'm a happy ass dude. Like, I'm really enjoying this. Like, I love making music. I love collaborating with new people.
How involved is Cole on the label side? Is he?
I think probably like more creatively than anything. He's always good to pop up and do like a week and kind of help you like work through some of the hurdles in your album or whatever, or he's got so much information, like not only just as someone who's been through it, but even as a producer. Like, he's getting on like some Dr. Dre type. He's gonna be producing for a lot of the cats on the label. And on the other side though, I think the dope thing is he's obviously still an artist. He's not removed from that. Yeah. So I really enjoy like the freedoms allowed. You know what I mean? Like,
I like Dreamville too, because even though you guys are part of a major ecosystem, it almost feels like you guys are still like indie in a way, because you guys do things like the creative control and the way you guys push things, the way you guys are connected to the people. I think I notice it, and I'm not even in it. You know what I'm saying? That's how it feels.
That's dope, man. Yeah, I mean, I think, and also so much of it started on the road. Like, I think one of the biggest things Cole did for me and for all of the artists on our label is he took us on tour and, gave us that platform. And that's something that's like, that gives you a career. You know what I mean?
How does that feel, playing in front of, 10, 15,000 plus people?
It's fire, man. It's a lot more fun now that they're more familiar. I remember the first tour is like, I used to be up there damn near like a stand-up comedian. Like, I'm gonna win you over one way or another. Like, you're just gonna rock with me. You're not gonna know none of these records. But it's cool, man. The Dreamville family is just, all the fans are so like, all the things you mentioned, I think those are the things they rock with about us, So our relationship with them is very like, it's accessible. You know what I mean? Like they feel like they part of the family, and they are.
If somebody was starting a record label, just being like you said, I got one thing that stood out to me right now is like you're happy. You know what I'm saying? And there's other artists who are in situations like, what would you recommend to an artist who's looking to sign, or if they're whatever the decision to make, whether it's indie, is there anything you would recommend to anybody in that field that's like trying to make a decision or even trying to start a label? Like, what would you say from your experience?
I would say, man, first of all, like your inner circle, like your close team is most important. Like don't get into it thinking that like one deal you sign is gonna make you a star, or aligning yourself with one person is gonna make you a star. It's gonna come down to putting in the work, and it's gonna come down to like the ones that's getting they elbows dirty right with you. You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah, appreciate that, man. So once again, you heard it live and direct from Boz, and let's get into what song should we get into? I like Front Desk. Yeah. And then we'll get into Tribe. All right?
Let's do that.
Shout out Austin Mills in the background. Yeah, that joint just hits. Once again, Tribe featuring J. Cole.
Yes,
also co-produced. Childish Major. Cole on the beat. Yeah, it's filthy. And I love the message, man. It's just bright. And you guys filmed that out in Lil Haiti out in Miami.
Yeah, shout out to Lil Haiti. The community center down there hosted us, man. It was a fun video shoot.
What made you choose that location?
We just wanted to kind of get some Pan-African vibes, and Lil Haiti, you know what I mean? Like what better place really, like in the States, you know what I mean? It just felt right, like some Afro-Caribbean vibes.
Yeah. I was watching your Genius, your breakdown of the lyrics, and it's really dope to hear like the breakdown of it, and even how you're like talking about your woman or like whoever, whatever specific female you're referring to. It's just like it's very mature. You know what I'm saying? You want to kind of break that down?
Yeah, man, and it's even the convo we had even about the growth, between the last albums and now is like I didn't have this inspiration to write these kind of songs. Like I was just on the road, just really being a dog and living that like kind of caught up in the lights. So it's always good, especially in this industry we're in, where everybody's just enabling you to be the worst version of yourself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It takes a strong woman to be like, hey bro, you're like, what are you doing here?
Nah, that's real.
And make you take a hard look at yourself. So that she provided a lot of inspiration on this album.
That's crazy. So you're pretty much saying like you had to go through your lowest points and be a dog, and then kind of look at yourself like, what's the point? Like, what am I getting out of this?
Right.
Kind of be more selective of your energy, right? And spiritually,
right.
Right.
You're right. And a lot of times you need help. You need somebody to kind of make you see those things. Because I know I'd have probably been fine on that path. But yeah, for real.
Nah, I love that breakdown because I feel like, especially a lot of men, especially in entertainment, athletes, entertainers, it's hard, when you're on tour and you're faced with all these different women and all these different things coming at you, and it's like how do you stay focused on the main prize, which is work, yourself, spiritually keeping yourself balanced and stuff like that.
The right one's gonna help you do that.
Yeah, so I think that's amazing that you like break that down.
Thank you, bro.
So fellas, pay attention. As I like to say, try to think with your mind and not with your flesh. You know what I'm saying?
Real.
So the Dreamville festival, I know it there was like a weather.
Yeah, rescheduled though, April 6th now.
Oh, April 6th.
Yeah, so we out of hurricane season.
Okay, dope. Okay, so it's gonna be pushed back like literally to next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
We call Hurricane Florence. Shout out to everybody in the Carolinas. They got hit pretty hard, but we're doing it, as a fundraising effort as well now.
Okay.
For the people affected by that. So we're gonna be back bigger, better, and with a cause that we could all rally behind and put on for the state.
Yeah, man. Well, once again, we appreciate you coming through. Is there any like last words, any shout outs, or anything you want to say to the people? Because there's a lot of people listening right now.
Man, thank you for having me.
Of course.
I'll be on
big
tour.
ups to the whole crew too.
Shout out to the squad, and shout out to all my producers, man, if I ain't shout you out, because they gave me gems all album.
Yes, sir. Well, yeah, man, thank you again. We about to get into End It Properly. What two songs can we get into from you live and direct here on Soulection?
We got to go with Designer and Purge.
Designer
We're
and
gonna
Purge.
give you the vibes, and then I want to bar you up.
Okay. Let's get into it.
Let's get it.
Once again, Boz, Milky Way out now, going on tour, 43 cities, and where can they find those tour dates?
Dreamville.com or fiends.nyc.
Yo, shout out Fiends as well.
Shout out to Fiends, yeah. We gotta trade merch, man. I'm digging that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got a soccer jersey too, man. We gotta switch. We got the number 10, you got the 11, like we got a squad going.
That was the year we were founded, that's all.
Yeah, right. Us too, 2010.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fire.
fire.
Do a trade. All right, man. Much love, Dreamville Soulection. All right. Peace.